Your competition is already using AI to develop skills twice as fast. At one leading consultancy, a director cut onboarding time in half by piloting AI-driven case reviews, demonstrating how quickly these tools can reshape the pace of learning and advancement. The question isn't whether to adapt, but how quickly you can master these new tools. By the end of this video, you'll know the proven approach champions use to blend AI with deliberate practice and preserve your domain depth. As AI transforms roles and creates new opportunities across industries, the real edge comes from understanding how expertise is built and how these new technologies can accelerate that process. If you're new here, please subscribe and like because I share tips to help you improve your career. Consider the way a chess grandmaster can track dozens of games at once, while most people struggle to follow a single match. The secret isn't raw intelligence, it's pattern recognition. Chess masters don't see isolated pieces, they see familiar clusters or chunks that represent meaningful situations on the board. This chunking ability is shaped by the limits of human working memory, famously described as the magical number 7 plus or minus 2. By grouping information into larger recognizable patterns, experts bypass these limits and process complex scenarios with speed and accuracy. Research shows that when grandmasters view real game positions, they consistently recall around 4 times more correct placements than novices after only a brief glance. However, if the chess pieces are arranged randomly, their recall advantage disappears. This highlights a crucial point. Expertise isn't about having a superior memory overall, but about building a dense, domain-specific network of knowledge. The same principle applies in other fields. For example, radiologists don't see isolated pixels on a scan. They recognize patterns that signal specific types of tumors, just as chess masters read the board. For professionals, this means that mastery depends on constructing these specialized knowledge webs in your own field. Take lawyers, for instance. Over time, they develop the ability to spot case patterns and legal precedents almost instinctively, not because they've memorized every detail, but because years of focused, deliberate practice have shaped their pattern recognition. Each repetition strengthens the neural pathways that make rapid, accurate judgment possible. The emergence of AI changes the game. AI can now expose you to a far greater volume of cases, scenarios, or data patterns than traditional study alone, potentially accelerating the early stages of expertise. Still, true mastery requires your active engagement. Simply reviewing more examples isn't enough without the deliberate effort to connect, reflect, and refine. The real breakthrough comes when you combine these approaches. Let AI compress the timeline for exposure, while you focus on building the deep cognitive structures that turn patterns into genuine understanding. The professionals who excel will be those who use AI to sharpen, not replace their own learning. So what would it look like if you had access to a mentor who could deliver this kind of accelerated, targeted feedback at any moment? If you're finding this helpful, please subscribe and like because it helps us create content that matters to you. Also, if you want to take your skills further, check out our executive education and executive coaching programs at execbeat.com. AI tutoring systems are rapidly reshaping professional learning by providing immediate data-driven feedback tailored to your unique gaps and reasoning patterns. Recall the AI triangle tutor that gave instant feedback on hypotenuse errors by diagnosing reasoning steps, showing how AI spots misconceptions the moment they arise. These systems don't just flag wrong answers, they analyze your process, surfacing subtle misunderstandings before they calcify into habits. For professionals, this means access to a resource that can surface blind spots in real time, whether you're reviewing case law, troubleshooting a technical issue, or refining a marketing strategy. Yet, the promise of accelerated learning comes with a critical caveat. When organizations use AI to generate hundreds of simulated legal cases or rare engineering failures, junior staff gain exposure to more scenarios than ever before. But if AI provides too much guidance too early, learners may develop a surface-level familiarity that doesn't translate into true expertise. Cognitive load theory helps explain this. When AI oversimplifies complexity or offers solutions before real struggle, it short-circuits the mental effort needed to build robust, long-term memory structures. How do you know if AI is truly making you smarter or simply lulling you into dependence? Watch for these red flags. If you can't explain your solution process without AI stepping in, you may be outsourcing your understanding. If you can recall facts but can't adapt them in new contexts, you're seeing patterns without depth. And if your performance drops sharply when you move from AI-assisted to manual tasks, that's a sign of dependency, not mastery. The most effective learning environments use AI as a sparring partner, delivering targeted feedback and varied challenges, but only after you've made a genuine effort. One global consulting firm reported a marked boost in problem-solving speed when AI feedback followed an independent attempt, illustrating the power of delayed guidance. Similarly, Siemens uses AI to create realistic equipment failure simulations, but technicians must attempt a diagnosis before optimal solutions are revealed. This approach preserves the cognitive tension essential for expertise, ensuring that AI amplifies, rather than replaces, deliberate practice. As AI becomes a fixture in upskilling programs, the challenge for leaders is clear: design systems that accelerate learning without eroding the judgment and expertise that set top performers apart. This distinction will determine who thrives as technology continues to transform the workplace. Consider how Khan Academy's Khan Migo AI tutor has already helped students strengthen their reasoning skills by pinpointing exactly where their logic breaks down. In the same way, a targeted skills audit can reveal where AI will accelerate your learning and where you need focused, deliberate practice to build true expertise. This week, select one area where AI can sharpen your pattern recognition, perhaps legal research or data analysis, and another where only sustained human effort leads to mastery, such as negotiation or creative problem solving. Mustafa Suleyman describes AI as a new digital species, partners with memory, creativity, even empathy, tools that extend, not replace, our judgment. Share in the comments which pattern you'll target first, an AI-ready domain or an arena for pure human mastery. Now choose. Will you boost your AI-augmented pattern library or lean into the human skills only practice can forge? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like because it helps us bring you more free videos. And if you're ready to grow your career, visit execbeat.com to learn about our executive education and coaching.